Yama guys, welcome back to the Mobpod. I'm Matty J. Leonard.
I'm Brad Jones.
Today we're the best people, the best places, the best everything on this earth. Go rockin' Gorokan High School, baby.
Tune in because we are going to be talking about First Nations culture in its entirety. We're going to cover all the topics, talk about all the great things, more interviews with Uncle Gavi. Me and Matty got to sit back and just have a great time during this episode. So watch and learn.
Yama guys! Hi, my name's Aisha and I'm from Gadigal Country.
My name's Katara and I'm from Wiradjuri.
My name's Mary, I'm also from Wiradjuri.
My name's Shay, I'm from Wiradjuri.
We hope you enjoy this episode of the Mobpod. Yama guys, welcome back to Mobpod. Today we're playing yarn cards.
What is your favourite bush tucker traditional food to eat and why?
The last time I ate bush tucker was in primary school, but it was definitely kangaroo. I went back for second, but it just definitely had the most flavour. There wasn't heaps of options, but yeah, kangaroo was definitely my favourite. Go.
I don't really like any of them. I don't really like any of the meat ones. I don't really like that meat, and especially when I know what animal it is, it makes me a bit weird. So I don't really have.
What about you, Katara?
I had one. I had like a bush tucker. There we go. In primary school, and we had the kangaroo, but you already said that. So I'm gonna have the ice cream with honey in a cup.
What? That's not.
Well, I had it, so let's be connected.
If you could ever have lunch with any First Nation celebrity or athlete, who would you choose and why? Definitely Jessica Malboy. I always liked performing, especially to do with my culture in primary school. I would always perform, not singing, definitely not singing, but she was always inspiration to me, how she could just get on stage in front of everyone and do anything. And yeah,
mine's the same, just because I thought she was my cousin when I was younger, so she's just kind of my favourite.
I thought you do with Roman.
Oh yeah, Latrell Mitchell, because he's just really cool and I really like him and he's very inspirational.
My brother painted this one dude. He was a basketball player. He was Aboriginal.
That's good.
Yeah. What are the biggest challenges you face within your culture identity and why?
Definitely some meeting new people. A lot of the times we go on school excursions and it's just random schools. I never get to get comfortable with anyone. So especially if we're split off into different groups, it's really hard doing stuff like that to do with my culture. But I enjoy the activities itself, but just the meeting the new people part is really hard to do with the school.
Just not feeling like I know enough of my culture. Just there's people my age that pay a lot more attention to it compared to me, and which sucks because I want to know more, but I just feel like I don't know enough.
I didn't feel like I connected enough to it because I don't have much to do with it outside of school.
Fair enough.
If you could be reincarnated as any native animal, what would you choose and why? Reborn as an animal.
Yeah. Goanna, however you say it. Just always, I love lizard. I always wanted my dad to get one, and I feel like I spot them everywhere, and it's I'm connected to them somehow. Or an eagle, because that's my totem. So I would love to come back to one of those. And I've done a lot of projects on eagles because they're my totem. So yeah, one of those. Cool. Great crap.
I would want to be reincarnated as a koala because I sleep all the time and I don't get much sleep. Or an emu because they're super fast and I'm not fast.
Fair enough.
I reckon I'd want to be an emu because I really like them. I think they're really pretty, and whenever we go out to out to country and stuff, I always see emus and stuff.
You're connected to them.
Yeah.
Definitely an eagle, just because that's what I've always told people. I'll come back as because it's my totem.
Who is an elder that you look up to and why?
Oh, that's easy, Auntie June. I love Auntie June. Auntie June, she's so sweet. She always makes me feel there.
She's like that warm company.
Yeah.
Just
Just
about it.
She's just so happy.
It's like the second I met her, she was like instant family, and like she can teach me at the same time. She makes me always feel like involved. And it's 100%. The teachers
That like relates to you like on a personal level.
Yeah.
Like not just as like an authority figure. Like like we'll talk to you like you're unequal to it, and won't talk down to you like most teachers do.
Yeah, the teachers at our school, 100%. Like they're
all of our teachers at us, all of our Aboriginal teachers, all.
100%. Yeah. What about you, Greg?
Greg.
Greg?
Yeah, I like Greg. I feel like I look up to him a lot and go to him when I need something.
Exactly. Oh, something I like that on you as well. She's really comforting. No matter like
We've got
you're
a
upset or you're angry, she's always there that she'll help you calm down no matter what the situation is. And even if you're in the wrong, she'll tell you you're in the wrong.
But she won't judge.
Yeah, she won't judge. She'll tell you if you're in the wrong and if you're in the right.
100%. Yeah, she's just
Like validate your feelings.
she's so warm. Like, it's like you just click with her instantly and you can tell her everything.
Yeah, and Yaz is fun to gossip with.
Yeah.
Because she's got kids our age and then she just knows.
Yeah, she knows everyone and it's
We
really
know.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've done them all.
Yeah, guys. We have a very special interview today. Today we're here with
Kobe Swanell.
me and Kobe grew up together and we have a lot to talk about culturally. How you doing today, Kobe?
Yeah, not too bad. Just excited to get a piece of the Mobpod.
Yeah. My first question for you is, how do you think culture thrives within our school?
So at Gorokan High School, it's all I've ever known with high school, to be honest. And there's not been one time at this school that I haven't felt proud to be Aboriginal. And my teachers, like the Aboriginal education room, it's very Aboriginal centered school. No one ever feels shamed to be Aboriginal, and they try and implement that as much as they can.
Even the teachers that aren't Aboriginal, they tend to embrace it heaps.
It's very proud environment. Yeah.
Do you think that, because we've gone through some other schools, to all the ACG stuff,
Yeah.
do you think there's enough culturally within schools in the area?
I think with the implementation of Murrubilby, I feel like that's brought our schools together, like with Gorokan, was it Lake
Flakes and Lake Moore?
Yeah. Like I feel like because obviously I've only ever been to Gorokan High School, but I feel like what we do goes all around in those
that
three
influence
schools.
as well.
Yeah. I feel like there's obviously there's always more that can be done, but I think that in the Murrubilby specifically, our school does a lot to ensure Aboriginality is.
Well, I'm pretty sure throughout I think it's every school in New South Wales or even Australia, there's ab studies.
Yeah.
But do you think, because we learn history about World War II, World War One, do you think that Aboriginal culture should be implemented within our system?
Yeah, well, I will say so I believe it was year 9 when we got to choose our electives. There wasn't actually an option for Aboriginal studies at that age, of year 9.
There wasn't, eh?
No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to go to the Aboriginal education room and I told them I want to do Aboriginal studies. I want that to be my 200-hour course.
Yeah.
And they're like, I just don't think we'll get enough people for it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do it that year. But then the following year, they
brung it out after 8, so it was at 100.
Yeah. So in year 10, I believe I chose it as a 100 rather than a 200.
I remember that now, actually.
Yeah. So
for our studies, we've had our major projects, and mine was a song, and yours is very interesting. You got perfect marks. You got 40 out of 40. Very good. Do you want to tell us and the audience a bit about what your project was?
Yeah. So I'm not really an artsy guy, I won't lie. But so basically, what I did was I bought a mannequin, and my project I decided was going to be about closing the gap, health specifically.
Yeah.
Obviously closing the gap is a big thing for us. There's a gap between health, education, everything like that. I just feel like it's something that needs to be addressed. There's targets that are set, but not many of them are achieved. So what I did was I got the mannequin. I then went to Bunnings and stuff and bought black spray painted it all black. Then I got these papers and these bandages. My whole meaning behind my mannequin was the bandage method. Like they just banned, like the government or whoever does
just
closing
slap
the
something to cover
gap.
it up.
Just slap something to cover it up.
Yeah.
And basically on those bandages was just a big metaphor for that. And I would put on the closing the gap targets, and if they failed or they succeeded, and a lot of them said failed. So along with that, like I scratched off the black paint and stuff, just like some scratches, bruising and stuff. And then one of my favorite subjects is English, so I did a big poem on the back, which I can't recite off by heart. But it meant a lot to be able to do that, and I felt like it was an important, probably the most important project I've ever done.
I remember seeing it in the Abed room, and I thought someone was standing behind me.
Yeah, oh, it's scary.
What
You
is that?
should have seen it in my house. It was just painted black, and it was right outside my room. No, it was pretty scary.
Well, when you say closing the gap, like for health and stuff, how can that be done, do you think?
How can that be done? You know, I feel like for me personally, programs are a lot. Like me and you, neuro program.
Yeah,
like that
literally.
really helped me. Like that started my motivation for the gym. That like made me want to make healthier choices. That educated me. I feel like
literally.
that is a good starting point. Just programs and programs and programs. Just opportunities. We get so many opportunities here. Like me and you have done so much.
We've done
like
heaps.
Skinny One, like all those programs. Like I feel like they really help.
Like when I think about my culture and stuff, we've been so blessed and lucky with what we've had. Like
Exactly.
given to us and provided to us. It's like then I go to other schools and stuff, and we work with some children and they're not too culturally inclined. And it makes me think maybe it's because they haven't been given the opportunity to really embrace their culture.
Yeah, exactly.
And like when we go there, it's like, well, you guys are Aboriginal, and like this is the longest living culture known to man. So there's so much beauty and just so much good to be told about our culture, and it's like we were definitely blessed growing up.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
We had so many opportunities. Like, and I would every time we'd have the opportunity, I'd take the whole day off to go to DigiVan or something like that. Like it just felt it was a very welcoming environment from the moment that we stepped in, even with COVID and stuff.
Yeah,
like
literally.
obviously that delayed us, but you know, like
and even Abed, like their family, like
family.
genuinely.
Yes, like
If
we call them uncle and auntie. They're our uncle and auntie.
Yeah,
like, you know what I
like
mean?
genuinely.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling down, if I don't want to go to class, I'll go there, and it's like welcome. Like
and the thing is, even with like our year group, you know, like our Aboriginal kids in our year group, I feel like we've grown up as a family.
We have.
Like I feel I feel close.
Yeah.
To like our whole year group.
Yeah, we're gonna little plug when my first release for my solo artist is Nura.
Yeah.
And
Good song, by the way.
a photo of us will be on the cover.
Yeah.
Where we're jumping up with that digi.
Yeah.
They'll be on the cover.
Sick, Starstruck, good memories.
Starstruck was like peak life.
Oh, Starstruck was crazy.
Going home after that was just like, I remember just feeling so sad because it was over.
Bro, the videos I have from that.
How good was that, eh?
It was honestly one of the best experiences ever. Like, it was just positive vibes.
Me, Logan, you, Mace. It was such a good dynamic.
It was. No, I'm actually, my little sister's doing it this weekend. Yeah,
what,
she's doing
Stammy?
No, it's Bobby.
Oh, Bobby is?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I'm excited to. She's doing dance.
Dance?
Particularly.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. So that should be alright. So I'll go back there. It'll be sad though. Different. Like, because I don't want the boys there. Won't be performing or nothing.
Do you know what I found out? Not last week, the week before, because I was sick last week. You know the song "Nay Nay You Are You Go." Do you know who wrote that?
No, I don't.
Uncle Gavi wrote that.
No, he didn't.
Uncle Gavi wrote that song.
That's crazy.
Is that?
Bro.
I remember
didn't even know that.
because I was talking a bit how like I try to influence my cultural beliefs, and because I feel like my spirit writes my songs for me, you know. And then he was telling me the story and how he wrote it, and it was just like, you wrote that song.
That's like a famous song to me. That's the thing. That's
true.
like famous. I would never.
When I think of like culture music, I think
that's
of that song.
the first song that comes.
Yeah, in primary school, I was learning that. Like,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
When my little sisters moved to Port, and I was scared that they were not going to get as much opportunities that they would have had here.
Yeah.
I remember going up there and teaching them that song, which I know was a bit like I shouldn't really be teaching it because I'm not an elder or anything. But
but you pass it on.
Yeah, I wanted them to feel.
And
it.
if they're not going to get that opportunity, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Genuinely, yeah. But I was shocked to find out Uncle Gavi wrote that. Eh?
Yeah. That's honestly mind blowing. I didn't know that.
I was like, you wrote that song? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's genuinely crazy.
No, it's a shame you couldn't. I know you're doing all your senior studies, so it's hard to be a part of the program and stuff.
Meet up, but
it's very good to have you for an interview.
Yeah, no, good to be here.
Well, Kobe, it's been amazing to have you on here. It's been long waited for you to come on here, so hope you enjoy the Mobpod.
Well, thanks for having me, and I hope you do a part 2 next time.
Yeah, we will.
I'm Shay. If you had to invite 3 guests to the Mobpod, who would they be and why?
Oh, 3 guests. Wow. Gee, that'll be a hard one. Oh. I don't know if there's anyone alive, but but there's some old Aboriginal martyrs that I would love to invite at a mod pod, if they were alive, that is. But someone living today, I'd guess someone that has really, I think, is the old fellow with the beard who has been in Parliament representing Aboriginal people for a long time. I forget his name, but I'd definitely invite him. I just can't think of his name, but he's got the big grey beard. You ever seen him on television? Yeah, I just can't think of his name, but he would be one person. If Charles Perkins was alive, he would be another person I'd invite. And I think I'd invite another friend of mine, but she died. She passed away, but she was in the arts, and she was one of the leaders in Aboriginal theatre and dance at the time. But she's passed on. But she's another person I would love to have as a guest, because they were so powerful and spiritual about everything about our Aboriginal people and culture. And that's why I would invite them.
Hi, I'm Katara. Do you think Aboriginal sports should be in the Olympics?
In the Olympics? Well, I could say, yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of Aboriginal influences even in the Olympics today. And do you know what they are? No? Does anyone know what they are? The javelin, spear throwing. But then you have swimming, freestyle swimming, Aboriginal. The way we start our races on the blocks is an Aboriginal thing, again. And their creation things, or things that have come from this land and used by Aboriginal people, are now, used in the Olympics and all around the world. That's why we got called, I think in the early day was the diggers, was one word because of the overarm swimming. And Australia was the number 1 nation at one time with swimming, until America and Germany and others took over. But it came out of our country, and it was a natural Aboriginal way of swimming. But I think there could be some really good games that we can introduce that are Aboriginal games into the Olympic Games. And I think, the game AFL, that's a traditional Aboriginal game. Or they called it VFL from Victoria. But AFL is a traditional Aboriginal game. They had another name for it too. I played that as a kid. We had other traditional games like Poison Hole and everything, and which was played with stones or rocks or marbles later. And then we had different relay games in the rivers and swimming all the time. So swimming was something really big. And they're doing that now in Olympic Games, in having relays and freestyle swimming. It was every part of everyday Aboriginal life. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mia, and today I was wondering, how do you influence younger people?
Well, I think me personally as a teacher, I try to influence younger people in regards to having respect, or respecting people of what religion or nationality or difference they are, and that everyone is different in this world, and you learn to accept them too at the same time. But we learn from mistakes too, and what happened from mistakes in the past, and that against ourselves, and hopefully we don't carry that trauma of what happened to our people too, so that our young people can go forward with clear mind, spirit, and feel so culturally enhanced, you know, about themselves and who they are. And yeah, I suppose that's the way I can answer that.
Let's use this 10 minutes to talk about last week when Uncle Gavi came in and did a session with you guys and shared some of his knowledge and experience. We did the same thing with the last group, and I just thought it'd be good to get your guys' opinion on it as well. Did you guys enjoy having Gavi here? Do you reckon it was a good opportunity?
He's definitely easy to talk to. You learn so much
full
from
of
him.
so much knowledge.
Yeah,
I
I know. Every time you have him,
He's
it's
a
like,
walking book.
Literally,
He's a genius.
it's like you could talk about the same things, but every time it'll expand to something different,
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
learn so much.
Yeah.
He's so...
What was a key moment for you guys and like something that stood out and really kind of opened your eyes?
Definitely him telling us about his childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
how he's treated in school.
Yeah.
I reckon when he was saying like how much more women matter in the Aboriginal community.
Because it
like,
shows like difference.
you
between
always
cultures.
think about men like men and didgeridoo. They're allowed to play didgeridoo and women aren't. And then
Yeah.
when he says how much more the women mean,
So that's something we haven't touched on yet, even with the last group, is like, that's one of my favourite things about, you know, Aboriginal culture and traditions is, the respect for women and, you know, when you want to find out something, it's go talk to your mum. You know,
Yeah.
your mum knows. She knows. She's the storyteller. She's the person with the information and stuff like that. I think that's really cool.
Like,
and that resonates with you
what
guys
we've been
being young
taught-
female Aboriginals.
yeah, what we've been taught is like women used to just clean and stuff like that, and then the
Yeah.
men would get to go out and hunt. Men get to play didgeridoo and we're just like sweet bad spirits, like in the dances and everything. But then when
Yeah.
he tells you like how much that your grandmothers and your mothers and stuff mean, it makes it makes us feel strong. I reckon it made us feel stronger as Aboriginals. That's what I felt.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
but
It's so good, and that's what our goal is
Yeah.
to empower you guys as young Aboriginal people and give you a platform to learn and share your culture and learn more about yourselves. And that's such an amazing outcome.
it's not even that, but like also like no, sorry, but like they say, like in other cultures, like a lot of the women did get treated disrespectfully. Like even when you go overseas, you see it, the way that they treat even like younger women,
Yep.
the way they disrespect it, and then getting to come home to your own culture and especially learning that. Like I knew that obviously girls played a big role because it's always ask your aunt or something like that, especially Auntie Leslie. She's such an important thing at our school.
Yeah.
So it just like shows how empowered they are, but
Yeah.
like especially hearing all the stories like about the difference between the Bible and then what the Aboriginals, how nicely they treated their women, and it's just such
Yeah.
like it's such a heartfelt thing.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
that's my own culture.
What's one fact on a more like positive note? Well, that is a positive note. But like that Gavi shared that really resonated with you guys as well.
I reckon how much the Aboriginal culture's changed. Like he told us about all the things he went through for school, how horrible it is, but the fact that we get these opportunities now,
Yeah.
and the fact that our like what they went through, we still can learn off it, but it just wasn't like a
Yeah.
good situation. But now like we get a lot
Yeah.
better privileges.
And with that, it wasn't even that long ago that people were getting treated like that. Like when my
Yeah.
dad was in high school,
Yeah.
he was getting treated like,
horribly.
yeah,
They'd
he would get
separate
set
them.
aside and stuff like Katara's dad too. Like, and then
Yeah.
we get all these advantages. And
Yeah.
even he says like, you're so lucky. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. I was embarrassed to be Aboriginal in high
Yeah.
school.
Uncle Gavi telling us about like all his school things and everything, and like how they would treat the parents when they were the first black people to build the house. It was just so
Yeah, and one
like,
of the
it's-
only other Aboriginal men that we know, like obviously we know a lot more, but one of the Aboriginal men we know related to his story, so it must be common.
Yeah.
Like, because they were both taken as, like, they both went for the same school stories.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you going to say, Tara?
Like my dad used to tell me stories about when he was in school and they used to like make the Aboriginal kids like stand up. There was only like a few that would actually stand up with him because
Yeah.
most were so like ashamed of it.
Yeah.
because that's how they were raised. Like
And-
even-
Yeah, and they
and
were
it's
ashamed of being treated
Probably
differently.
it's as much as shame, it would have been fear as well. Like, Uncle Gavi touched on how like so many of his friends were arrested simply because they were Aboriginal.
Even when he said it was
You know?
his first day of high school,
Yeah.
and then they all were on like doing like this strike or something.
Yeah, they were.
And then he was like, "What is going on?" Like,
Imagine
that was his
that,
first
yeah.
impressions.
That
Like,
was-
And they were all arrested
like
Yeah.
when we were
that
our
day, his first day of high
yeah,
school.
and our first impressions was
Like
we've got the Aboriginal community to help you
Yeah.
out. Like we're
Yeah.
always here, and then they went through
like
all
we
that.
already had that in primary school, but our first impression of high school was, wow, the programs are so much better here.
Yeah.
But
I think one of the most important things that Uncle Gavi touched on is that, and it's said within every acknowledgement and every welcome to country that's ever done, is that you guys are the elders emerging, and that you guys are the future of Aboriginal culture and traditions, and that as much as it's a lot of responsibility, it's on you guys to share your culture and share your traditions with other Aboriginal people, and teach, like with all the information that you guys learn while doing Mobpod. It's so important to us, and I believe to your culture, that you go and you share what you learn, and that you, just express it and teach it to others, because that is not only how you get to a place where Gavi is, where he's now an elder and he's sharing with you guys, but that's how you also keep the traditions and the culture alive, and you keep it running. Exactly.
Proud is such an important.
And I love to think, like, look how far we've come since Uncle Gavi was going to school, right? As you touched on, when Uncle Gavi went to school, it was he was basically not allowed to be Aboriginal.
It was shamed.
And now we have, systems in schools that are solely based around giving Aboriginal kids opportunities and stuff like this. Think about where we could be in another 50 years. It's so important that we stay on the trajectory that we're on, and you guys keep sharing everything that you have learned and pass it on to other people.
So much has been forgotten from literally
exactly.
We forgot more than we know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, that's just one of the things that happens. But as long as you guys, believe in what you share with other people, like as long as you have a passion for it and you care enough about it to share it with other people, it'll get received the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe is really important. But yeah, thanks so much for coming in to hang out again today, guys. I'm so glad you guys got the opportunity to hang out with Uncle Gavi. He's a really awesome guy.
Yes.
Legends.
Do we? Thank you.